Happy Tuesday, everybody. Finally back from the Wichita swap meet. Got our everything unloaded. Definitely got rid of quite a bit of stuff. Shrunk our inventory room quite a bit, so it's time to stock back up. But thought I'd walk through here, let everybody see. So we got some good bumpers, 73 to 80, ones with bumper guards. There's a couple there for 83 on up. Fenders are still here. A couple headliners. Of course, you have the tailgates. Everybody can see those. But some trim, wing windows. We always got plenty of wing windows. Sometimes we get these trucks and they're broken out. But door panels, tons of interior trim. You can see that there. Wiring, I've just been kind of going through boxes, cleaning stuff up, trying to organize. We'd really like to get some shelves in here eventually. But this whole wall was nothing but hubcaps, and they've all sold but what I've got here. So, which is awesome. Lat supports, regulators, fans with clutches. I did a deal with a guy on some stuff, and he had this pretty much brand new intake manifold for a small block. Sold a ton of emblems, but you don't know how much you have until you take it to a swap meet, and then you got to load it back up. And we got rid of a lot of stuff, but we have a lot of stuff. So there's some shrouds. One's 5.7 diesel / big block, and one's big block. Some radios. Just trying to organize, see what I have. I like to keep a lot of this stuff because when we do get trucks in, a lot of it needs this kind of stuff. Radiator, upper mounts, just brackets, all types of stuff. Big block AC brackets, whatnot. So there's a 6.2 diesel radiator and shroud. You can see how it's offset there. The shroud's not the greatest shape, but it's could be used. And then that gray there door is sold. That gray door right there. But set of power doors that aren't in too bad of a shape. Little dings in them, but they're still in overall good shape. Early Blazer rear seat. And then I also picked up a set of these. I believe they came out of a truck. This bracket over here on this seat has been modified a little bit, but check out how nice those are. Those are really, really nice seats, bucket seats. I don't have any consoles, but they are nice. But just kind of makes you feel better. Got this organized. We can start getting more stuff in. But what we're concentrating on now that the big swap meet is over is this truck. So I've been working on, just giving an update on the shop. I've been working on exhaust. So I had to kind of redo the exhaust a little bit. I didn't like the way it was sitting because we're gonna use the factory mounts. So this truck didn't have dual exhaust, but I had a truck that had dual exhaust, so I used the mounts for this side. And as you can see, that muffler, that's not gonna work. So I've got them angled, just kind of been working on them, mocking them up. That's what I was doing before we started getting ready for the swap meet down in Wichita. But we've got all the rear wiring done. You can see, bought all the really nice loom, got it all threaded through there. And then we'll start working on the front and the inside. So you can see, started threading stuff through there. And then like these here, you can see that's for the Dakota Digital. So we came through the firewall with that. And the pre-existing holes that it had, And this truck is a 76, so it had the live gauge, which would be that one right there. So we used that for the oil pressure. So one's oil pressure, one's coolant, and then one is for the speedometer. So, and then once you get the steering column in, we'll get everything all cleaned up, looking nice, run right. So I spent almost all day, unloaded the trailer, going through stuff yesterday, and then just finished up organizing the room and stuff. So we're gonna get back on this truck, and would like to see it running in the next week or two. But it won't run right now without any wiring hooked up and all that. So pretty exciting. And then it'll go back to the body guy to get the bed and hood and tailgate put on, and full on cut and buff. It's kind of had one, but it's shrinking down a little bit, which is common on these. So, and then I'll finish it out. So of course it'll need to have aligned and all that. So yeah, I would say look for a full video on this one here soon. And then would like to get this 1980 truck running. It needs a starter and the linkage on the carburetor. Excuse me, I said 1980, 1976. I'm sorry, 1976 Bonanza. The throttle linkage is seized up on this carburetor, so I've got another carburetor we're going to stick on it. I got to turn over a little bit, but it needs a starter, so I got to get a new starter put on it. Something that I like to keep around, but I have used all of them, so I need to go, I guess, go get a reman at the parts store. But pull the plugs, they all look good, and while I have them out, I'm going to go ahead and put some R45 TS's in it. Just kind of go through it, make sure it's all good. This truck supposedly ran the last 5 years, so we'll see what happens. She's rusty, but it's straight. I do have a new, or not new, but a Raider Sport we'll stick in it, and we'll put the big radiator in it, just because we already have that stuff. And then a couple fenders on it used, since these are absolutely been crunched up. And it'll be a good truck to cruise around in or restore, whatever the case may be. It didn't have a tailgate on it when I got it, but I did source a black tailgate for it. So you see my boy over there tinkering. So we're here at the shop now, but we picked up this 1983 YZ80, so we've kind of been making a list on it, and we picked it up at the swap meet cheap. Somebody has already taken all that apart. He said it needed crank bearings, but these things just got rode hard and put away wet, and this one is no exception. So we'll kind of tinker with it, see if we can't do I doubt it's going to be cheap, but you never know. We'll see what we can do. If not, we might just cut our losses and pass it on to the next person. And then that's the 72 short bed that as soon as this black truck's out of the way, we're going to finish this, tearing down this frame, get it ready for powder coat, get that motor and transmission out of there, all the suspension off of it, everything, get it C-notched before it goes to powder coat, and then start going from there. And then it'll eventually go to the same guy that did this truck for the body work. So that's Gerald's truck right there. Pretty exciting. So we got quite a bit of stuff going on in the shop. You know, when you're a one-man guy doing it with a little dude helping once in a while, it takes quite a bit, but it's fun. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody at the swap meet. That was a great time. Met a lot of people. I met on Facebook but hadn't seen in person. But we didn't buy a whole heck of a lot, just because the only time we had to walk around was Thursday when we were setting up. Every other time it was just crazy busy. So But yeah, I'd be looking for a full video on this 76 Bonanza, Spirit of 76, and this Bonanza 1976. So it's pretty much how it looked when we brought it home, other than I had to put wheels and tires on it because the other ones were just blown out. So red interior, black truck. This was probably quite the looker in 1976. So appreciate it, everyone. If you see anything in that inventory room that perked your interest, comment. I just shipped a couple things out today. So pretty exciting to be able to help people with their projects and move forward. So we have a couple trucks coming in the next couple weeks, several, so be on the lookout for those. And happy Tuesday, and we'll see you on the next one.